Get the camera down. I'm having a hard time with this one, you guys. And even the guy. Okay, so it's live right now on Mormon Stories, and he's even the host is even saying, "Hey, you can practice self care if this story is too hard for you. Take a break." It is a little too hard for me. So there's a couple other victims of Jodi Hildebrand that have come out. One of them is her niece, who has, in recent days, talked about how she endured the same treatment as the two children of Ruby Frankie that were discovered. One of them had escaped through the porch window, went a block down the street, and got assistance from a neighbor. His hands, his wrists, and his ankles were bound by duct tape, right? He had open wounds and scars on him. He was malnourished and emaciated. So it'd been going on for a long time. There is a niece who has now come out and said that the same thing happened to her. But right now, there's like a 2 hour long live stream that's going on Mormon Stories. And yeah, I had to take a break because holy shit. This is a man who was sexually molested by a Boy Scout leader, who was part of the Mormon church. And then, because his family was able to successfully get legislation passed in Idaho to um, extend the statute of limitations for reporting those types of crimes. Because the statute of limitations was 5 years. And he was able to file on like the last day, and he didn't even realize it was the last day. He won a settlement out of it, and he ultimately gets married. The whole thing sounds so suspect because it sounds like they inserted this woman into his life. It doesn't sound like he just naturally met her. They had two children together, though. But there were high level Mormon church leaders involved in her family and apparently trying to mess with their marriage the whole time. They were advised to go to Jodi Hildebrand for marriage counseling. It ended up being something entirely different, where he started getting accused of being basically a sexual deviant and getting entrapped, um, in positions where it would try and add to that story. This is really hard to listen to. It's very hard to listen to. Um, Dudes, I know. I know that it is far more likely for you to be accused of sexual deviance, harassment, assault, whatnot. I get it. But it is not impossible for women to do it too, right? This is such a terrifying story. His children have been taken away from him. I have to take a break. And even the host of the show, he's like, "Look, if this is too hard for you, you should take a break, practice some self-care." In this case, I do. I need to take a break and practice some self-care because it's a terrifying story. It's a terrifying story. That woman needs to rot in prison. And so does Ruby Frankie. Jody Hildebrandt needs to rot in prison. What she was doing was destroying people's lives, torturing children. It's so scary, you guys. It's terrifying.